Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. Well, let's see what I got for you right now. I gotta say before I even start the video, I never thought when I started this channel, I'm gonna be showcasing you these type of cars. But you know what? The moment has arrived. I'm okay with it. I'm at peace. Why? Because this is part of history. It's part of the automobile history. It may not be a car that I'm familiar with at all. I'm familiar where it comes from, like if you know, but I'll give you a more in detail information once I kind of know what it is too, if you can understand what I'm saying. Now, what I got for you right now, I'm gonna try and say it as I'm familiar with. I have a Tianjin Xiali TJ3, no, TJ730. And what is this model comes from? And that's one of the main reasons why I got it. This is a Chinese market car. This is a car that was built in China, but if you look at the model, you're gonna say, this car really looks like a car that I may have seen with a little touches here and there, but it's very similar. And that you are totally correct. If you're familiar with this car, this is a model that is basically a Daihatsu Charade. The sedan is a Daihatsu hatchback and the sedan. But this model right here, if you're familiar with, is the Daihatsu Charade that was built between 1987 to 1993. And I gotta tell you, that was one of the main reasons I got this car, is because I love that generation of the Daihatsus. I kind of really like the Daihatsu Charade altogether, but this in this generation, the one I mentioned before, you don't find them as a diecast or as a resin. Hopefully, they'll come out soon, but I couldn't find it. But then I'm started looking. I see this Chinese version. I said, "What is this?" And I started doing my little research, and it's basically a Chinese copy of the Daihatsu. I'm gonna read it real quick. It says here the Tianjin Xiali TJ730, based on the G11 Charade, was built by four Tianjin from knockout kits from the 86 to the 1988 models. It was replaced by the Xiali TJ 7100. In little words, these are copies of the Hatsus from the late 80s to the early 90s. Now, this model, obviously, they were sold way after that. This is a model that was sold between 2001 till 2006. Okay? Now, from what I'm seeing here, the engines these cars had were either a 1.0, they had also a 1.1, a 1.4, and all of these were four-cylinder engines. Now, these models, they had it as a five-door hatchback, a four-door sedan, like the one that we're looking at right now, five-door MPV, a five-door notchback, and a two-door van or pickup. Yes, they even made a pickup version of the Daihatsu Charade, which in and Daihatsu never made a pickup version of the Charade from those years. So they even made it even more and more and more. Now, going back to this model right here, the quality is horrible. I'm not gonna lie. I mostly got it because it's part of history, and I'm gonna say if I don't get it now, I will probably never find them again. But their quality is very poor. But again, it kind of gives me a bit of the Hatsu charade that I haven't found. Plus, it's part of history, but I'm really like quality wise, it's not on point. Not one bit. But you know what? They tried. And it's part of the early days in the Chinese market before they had all these brands they got nowadays with all these super modern vehicles that they sell. Back in the early 2000s, they didn't have none of that. All right, everyone. Let me see if I. Oh, transmissions. Before I forget, there is a 5 speed manual, but they also had a 4 speed manual available. All right, everyone. I'm going to let this strange looking Japanese wannabe Chinese car go around a few times. I'll be right back. All right, everyone. So, what do you guys think about this car that we many of us may be very unfamiliar with because it may not be a car that we have seen it before. I mean, we probably seen it as a Daihatsu Charade, but never as a Xiali, unless you probably went to China. Because I see these cars were used as taxi cabs a lot. I was looking at pictures before. So you probably, if you've been to probably Beijing or any other place in China, you may have seen it probably back in those, in the mid 2000s. Did you ever took a ride in them? Were they comfortable? I wonder how if they have the same quality as the Japanese, Daihatsus. All right, everyone. Don't forget to click on subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button that will remind you when I'm posting more videos. And you know what I'm always going to say. Don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. Thank you so much for the support and the nice comments. Don't forget to share the video with your friends, family, neighbors, so I can bring you a lot more vehicles that will be coming very, very soon. Take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.